be able to do, bro, is I want to be able to create a restaurant that black people can go into and feel catered to, you know what I'm saying, and not feel second rate and get that 5-star experience, you know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to be able to do.
How you feeling, man? You alright?
Feeling good, bro, feeling good. You got some water?
Let me see. Oh, I'm looking around like this is my crib. I look around, he said, you got some? Let me see what I got. Yeah, man, how does chef thing been for you, man?
It's been good, bro. I can't complain. It's definitely been a roller coaster. It seems like it's been a lot of highs and a lot of lows, but.
You mean just for this year, or has it always been like that?
I'm getting to this point. For this year, I would say it was mostly it's been high since the pandemic just really slowed down and things, but getting to this point, yeah, definitely 100%, because it's ups and downs in any business and any season and stuff, but really being able to be solid at this point where now I don't feel like I have to turn back to selling plates and things that I can continue doing the private thing. That's kind of what I mean with the ups and downs. Like, it took a while of me being able to get consistent with it. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Before I was like, I put it out of my mind. It would always be something that I'd be like, man, I hope it don't come back to this where I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? But I finally gotten there in the last like 6-8 months where I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna need to go back that direction.
So you started selling plates. When did you figure out, all right, I'm bigger than just selling plates? Not in a more humbling way. How'd you figure it out?
Really, the first time I thought that I could really do something more than just selling plates was honestly summertime of 2019. I came out here and actually like one of my friends that I went to school with, James, he was playing for state at the time. His girlfriend had booked me for like a dinner, and I had came up here and I had did a little private dinner for him and his girl. Just like little apartment stuff, some steak, lobster mac, mashed potatoes, some simple stuff. But he said it was like one of the best steaks he'd ever had. He had been to like a lot of really nice steakhouses and things like that, Capitol Grill, Fleming's and whatnot. So, once I had kind of done that and I had cooked for a few other dinners that I did in Raleigh, and people were, really telling me that it was quality and they really enjoyed it and things like that, I definitely felt that, I had something that I just had to figure out how to market it in a better way, and make it more consistent, and possibly I could be successful with it. That's the first inkling that I kind of had, was probably in like 2019.
So have you always been in the kitchen, around the kitchen, or was it like, cause when did it hit you that you could cook? I know that what I'm saying, you were selling plates before.
Right.
How long did you take all right, I'm gonna take this serious?
Man, honestly, it was probably about like a year and a half. Like, what had happened was, I moved off campus. I had a girlfriend, what I'm saying? You want to be that dude that cooks, but I was just doing, like frozen tilapia, little pasta stuff, you know what I'm saying, from Walmart. Simple, basic stuff. But it was this one time, Jamie, bro, that I tried to cook for this girl a long time ago, and it just, nothing came out how I wanted to. I tried to make some salmon, was overdone, you know what I'm saying? Mine was underdone. It was just all messed up, and I was so frustrated. And I remember I promised myself, like, it was never gonna happen again. Like, I was gonna work on it. I was just gonna get better. Didn't say I was gonna be a chef. Didn't say I was gonna be selling plates. Like, I wanted to not have that happen again. So from that point, that's when I kind of started, doing some little cooking stuff, and I was just posting stuff on Instagram, really just, for attention, to be honest with you. That's really all I was doing. Like, I like to cook, and I was posting it. People were giving me positive feedback. It was nice, but I didn't think nothing of it, honestly, bro, until, people started really inquiring. People started asking me, like, why don't you sell this? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever thought about trying to sell plates? I had never thought about trying to do any of that stuff. And then once people started, telling me enough, I had my friends try it, you know what I'm saying? And then I had people who weren't my friends try it, because I was kind of scared that, people that was close to me was, you don't want to hurt my feelings and stuff like that. Like, you never really know. You never really actually know. So, once I started having like strangers at my job, I used to work at the fresh market, and they were like, man, like, you should be selling this. Like, this is really good, blah, blah, this and the third. That's kind of what built up, some encouragement for me. And that's kind of what made me able to more step out on wanting to try to sell plates at first, It was really only me selling to like, probably 5 or 6 people initially, you know what I'm saying? But then it started growing to, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And you know what I'm saying? Once I was able to start getting to a consistent, when I would sell plates, it would be, 30, 40, 50 people just, very quickly. Yeah, that's when I was like, all right, this is consistent. I just got to figure out a way that I can, change the system of that it's not on foil plates, and I can change it to, real china and be in people's houses and stuff.
For sure.
And that was the real ups and the downs. Like, I could have stayed selling plates and continue to make money, but I wasn't happy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was something I really only wanted to do every once in a while just to be able to make money, but I didn't actually enjoy the cooking aspect of it. So
you had to maximize that potential.
Yeah. And that was hard, you know what I'm saying? Once I figured out that I really couldn't continue to sell plates and try to become the chef that I wanted to be, at least not in, Greensboro and stuff like that. That's when I was like, all right, I gotta figure out something different other than just
Hey man, we want to welcome everybody back to another great episode of Jump Off the Porch, man. It's the one and only guy, Rutter Live, coming to you live, man. We with the great Chef Avery, man. Chef AP in the building. Personal chef. Man, and we just really here, really just shedding light, giving you your flowers on the journey you have of becoming this personal chef and things like that. And you spoke on how you was just starting out selling plates. Right? And so like you grew to this personal chef now. You said you started out posting on IG, and I seen it myself. I'm like, oh, this, all right, my boy Avery cooking now. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and the progression just grew over time. So, what type of things did you do to prepare yourself for these type of moments and to get to this point? Did you go to school or did you just trial and error?
So no, I'm actually self-taught. I definitely had some experience in the kitchen, just growing up in the household and stuff like that with my mom and my dad and stuff, chopping carrots, peeling potatoes and things like that, but never had any formal training, never really, had aspirations when I was younger to want to be a chef or sell food or honestly anything in the culinary field. It was really just a kind of progressive revelation, if that kind of makes sense, bro. Like I started doing it, like I said, just as something that I enjoy doing in my free time. That's like a little hobby. And then, people started asking about it, and really, honestly, what turned the tables for it was a friend of mine reached out to me, and he asked me, what were some good recipes for him to cook for his girl. And this is before I had my business, before I was selling plates. And I was like, shoot, bro. I was like, let me just cook for you, Come to my job. I was working Fresh Market, You just buy the food, throw me a little tip or whatever. I'll cook y'all a little dinner. So I did that, I recorded it, I put it on my page, and I really enjoyed it, That was a whole nother thing. I actually really didn't enjoy it, but people started reaching out to me, students, at ANC, asking me, was this like a thing that I did? And once I kind of got into my mind, I was like, I enjoy doing this cooking thing. It was kind of just like a bug, and it kind of just continually started to grow. So I never had a whole plan or anything else like that. It just kind of started to come together. I was working at the Fresh Market, So I was able to kind of learn about groceries here and there, just kind of teaching myself, looking up little items and things. But nah, man, I just kind of learning as I go along and stuff, man. If there's not stuff that I don't know or, don't know how to do, I just try to use as many resources as I can, whether that's the internet, Instagram, social media, reaching out to people. But, a lot of information is out there, bro, if you really want to try to teach yourself how to do certain things. So
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of things are self-taught now, like YouTube, Google, it's so many avenues we can take to teach ourselves these things. And with that, like, what made you go from, you said you was working at the Fresh Market.
Yeah.
And, my dad being a chef, he's been a chef for like 30-some years now. And he's always just been in the restaurant business and things like just, running the kitchen and things like that.
Right.
And now I see an avenue where people are becoming personal chefs like yourselves, personal for athletes, personal for famous people, whoever calls you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What made you make that decision to say, all right, I don't want to be a restaurant chef or anything. I want to do personal. I want to make it personal.
So eventually, I do ideally want to be able to own my own steakhouse and things like that. That's what I will do. But right now, I'm just kind of enjoying cooking more privately for people like that, because it's allowing me, number one, to expand my business kind of very quickly. So I'm going into different markets and I'm cooking for people, and I'm putting out content and putting that on social media. So it's enabling me to, even though I started in Greensboro, North Carolina, a really small place, it's enabled me to really expand my market to some very large demographics and stuff like that. So, really that's what my aim is for right now, what I'm saying, just cooking privately for people. But eventually I do want to be able to have a restaurant, and definitely want to be able to serve people in the masses and really have a fine dining establishment for Black people that we feel comfortable going to. That's definitely the mission for what I want to do. But, it's a lot of knowledge that's still out there for me to be able to get,
right.
And I meet people who used to own restaurants or worked in the restaurant industry, just kind of doing my job and networking. So really the private chef aspect honestly came from the pandemic. Everything was closed and I didn't know how I was going to make money. People were really scared and stuff. So I kind of started seeing the idea of like, if I can go to people's, locations and cook for them, then, that's a way for me to possibly be able to make some money during the pandemic and stuff.
Sure.
So that's really where the traveling private chef thing came from. But ideally, next 4 to 5 years, definitely want to kind of slow things down and figuring out a good little location for having a restaurant.
That's what's up. So you get to travel to all these different places. Where's the most fun place you travel to? You like to cook at?
My most fun place, I feel like everybody knows, is Vegas. That's definitely one of my favorite places to go, just because, it's a really lit venue. People are there on vacation, so, the energy is always up. The weather is generally speaking always good, always warm and sunny and things like that. And everybody that I cook for there is really happy to be getting the private chef experience. It's a part of their vacation. It's a part of them coming to Vegas and stuff like that. But really, I love being able to experience new places. I did a booking last year in New Hampshire, really small place, probably like less than 50,000 in the town, but it was on the coast, had a really nice view of the ocean, met some really dope people, from Boston. And the nice thing about doing my job, my favorite thing, is really just being able to network with other Black professionals.
Right.
Majority of people that book me, are Black people. So, I've met Black people from Utah and Boston, and Denver and LA and Vegas and stuff. Right. And the perspective that you can get from them and what they've done and, the support, things like that, that's really what my favorite thing about traveling to a place is that's what, makes the culture of the place, is just being able to experience the people that actually live there,
That's what's up. So how long do you see yourself doing the travel thing? Because I know for a lot of professionals, traveling can get tiresome,
Right.
So how long do you see yourself doing traveling?
Right. Probably for the next 2 to 3 years is probably, what I would want to do. I think at that point, with my social media base and with the clients that I'll be able to build in a lot of cities and whatnot, I think that'll enable me to figure out, where I kind of want to settle down to. And really, I think once I've traveled to all the places that I want to go to, there's 1,000,001 cities, still on my checklist that I would ideally like to get some bookings in, or just go out there and do some work. So, once I feel accomplished in that, I'm really very thankful to God for all the opportunities that I've gotten. Before last year, I had never been to Vegas. I'd never been to LA.
Right.
And now I've been, 10 plus times, So really the opportunities that God is opening up with my business and me traveling, I just want to see the full expanse of what that's going to go to. And I think that, when He thinks it's a good time for it to, slow down and get to a good spot, He'll let me know. But, I never saw it grow into what it's grown to for me someplace in Greensboro. So I can't, I can't even really put an end into where it's going to go, man. I have no idea. Hopefully I'll be a private chef in some celebrities' home and I only had to stop traveling, what I'm saying? Something like that. You just really never know. It's been an adventure, and I guess that's really what I'm trying to say. Just been enjoying the process of just going along.
Yeah. With all the ties to Raleigh and North Carolina, all these famous people, they definitely gonna reach out to you pretty soon.
Yeah, man. 100%. Big network.
So with you saying you have a heavy impact within Black community, your cooking, is your cooking solely based on like soul food and Black type of food, or what?
So, nah, man. Actually, my food is mostly like really upscale cuisine. I call myself the steak king because that was like, the main staple of things that a lot of people were booking me for initially. But what I want my business to, what the aim of my business is really bringing superior cuisine with the warmth of home to your event. So what that means for me is, we really try to source the highest quality premium foods, whether that's, the seafood, the meat, the vegetables, just the sides, all of the sourcing, local, organic, prime grade, dry age, whatever it is, to really be able to bring a lot of the flavors that you associate with down-home cooking and the quality that you associate with fine dining, when you're going out to restaurants, and really being able to bring that together for a really warm, accommodating experience. And that's really what my business is about. So anything from, king crab to colossal scallops, like I said, dry aged steaks, Scottish salmon, king salmon, real premium quality fishes, Chilean sea bass, just whatever it is, or even just, locally sourcing to wherever I'm traveling to. That's really what my business is about.
That's what's up. What did you go to school for?
So I was at A&T for major in social work and a double minor in poli-sci and journalism. But
that's crazy.
Long and short of it is I found this. That's
right, and that's what I wanted to ask you about. Like, a lot of people, because you used your gift to make room and to really, flourish in your talents or whatnot.
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with that traditional route of, let me go to school and get a degree or whatever.
Right.
So I can get this job that pays whatever amount. So what made you say, what gave you the strength to say, all right, I'm gonna stop this and go follow what I believe in, what I think I'm really good at? Because a lot of kids now struggle with that.
Right.
Being able to say no to their parents, I don't want to go to school, I believe I can do this.
Yeah.
And for you to just believe in that and follow through with it and have a successful career out of it, what gave you that strength to do that?
What really gave me the strength to be able to do that is the gradual encouragement that I got from life and from people along the way. And I say that because everybody's journey is different. I meet a lot of people that see my business now and they're like, oh man, I wish I didn't go to school, or I could have done X, Y, and Z. I want to let everybody know I was happy in school. I loved what I was doing. The direction that I was going towards, where I thought I was going to go towards in my career is one that I wanted to be able to be on. Life kind of happened and took me in a different course that caused me to not be in school, and so I had to make another way and make another plan. So I say all that to say that, if you have a career path that you're enjoying making money on, but it's not going to be the end all be all that you want to, you don't have to always be the person that quits school, quits your job, quits your 9 to 5. That works for some people,
right.
But some people are able to save up money, start their little side hustle and business. It grows to a point that, it's more profitable or more enjoyable than their regular job, and then they quit. So I think that really is trusting the process for your individual self, and knowing when the right point is to jump off the ship. Because, there was a lot of times where I contemplated going back to school, just for the security of it, because I didn't know whether or not things was going to work out. So, it's easier, of course, after the fact to be like, oh, it was the right decision. But,
right.
While it was happening, man, it was very difficult to assess, especially just from the money aspect of, you don't know whether or not it was always going to pan out. So, I think it's all about knowing your situation and your circumstance and being able to have healthy communication with the people that are around you. You know what I mean? So if it's something that you're really passionate about and, you really think that you can be successful at, hopefully your parents and other people around you can be supportive, the same way how the people around me were supportive. But like I said, it wasn't like I was in school and, I was cooking on the side and I was unhappy in school and I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, I wasn't in school anymore when I really started doing the cooking thing as far as like for a profit in a business. So I didn't plan on pursuing it to this degree. I always planned on going back to school, but like I said, it was kind of gradual progression. Life happened, I enjoyed it a lot more, and I kind of realized that, even if I got my degree tomorrow, I didn't have to put in no more work. They just gave it to me. I still was going to want to do what I was doing with the cooking. And once it got to that point, that's when I decided that I didn't want to go back to school anymore. But I loved what I was in school for, So if you're one of those people, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't got to just choose one or choose the other, So you just got to assess where you at and figure out what the best option is for you. That's the best thing that I can really be able to tell you, bro.
Through all these dishes you done cooked and everything like that, what would you say is your favorite dish? If favorite dish to cook?
That's crazy. It's so funny because everybody probably asks me this at every booking, like, what's
Gotta
my
ask
favorite dish to be able to do or something.
to.
Honestly, man, I really don't have a favorite dish. It's really the experience and the process of being able to get stuff. Sometimes it's fun for me. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, I go to different cities and I get to go to different grocery stores and different markets and, you know what I'm saying, see what selections they have. Because a lot of the things that people request from me are a lot of the same stuff they see on the page or whatever. So, you know, really people who have really creative minds and they kind of come up with some wild stuff, and, you know, or just allow me the flexibility to just kind of get into the kitchen and freestyle, you know, that's my favorite thing. There'll be times where I cook a dish and, like, I'll really be satisfied after the fact, you know what I'm saying, from what I was able to do, because they were just like, you know, get in the kitchen and kind of freestyle and just do whatever it is that you want to do.
Come out with something.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So everyone is different, honestly, man. The experience that makes it the best is not just me cooking the food, but the experience of watching the people enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? And getting to be able to fellowship with my clients and talk to them and just really provide a upscale private experience for them. That's the best part of it for me. So of course I enjoy the cooking aspect of making the food and making the dishes, but I don't ever eat the food, you know what I'm saying? It's really for the clients.
You don't
man.
eat?
So,
I know you be back there taste testing and all
Nah, not really, bro. It's crazy, but, you know, cooking so much for people as like a job and a hustle, it kind of makes you lose your appetite for what you're cooking for, you know? So, nah, very often it's mostly just, I kind of have a notion, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that of, you know when it's gonna go in, you know what I'm saying, when it leaves your hands sometimes. That's what it is. So.
It's like a shot, you know when it's gonna
Right, you know it's gonna go in, bro.
Feel you.
Yeah, man.
Anybody you would want to cook for, like dead or alive? Anybody you just want to be like, man, I don't hire me.
Man. I think about this all the time. I love Nipsey Hussle. I really wanted to cook for him so much, like, especially with my business and him being in LA. Like, you know, the number one thing about my business, Jamie, that I really want to accomplish is that, you know, when we think about black-owned restaurants, at least for me, we know that the taste of the food is going to be better 9 times out of 10 than a whole bunch of other upscale places that we go.
You know that seasoning.
But when it's your birthday, when it's your anniversary, when it's an intimate occasion, you still going to Roof Chris. You know what I'm saying? You still go to Capitol Grill. You still going to Fleming's. Why? Because the ambiance. Because you getting that 5-star feel. So what I want to be able to do, bro, is I want to be able to create a restaurant that black people can go into and feel catered to, you know what I'm saying, and not feel second rate and get that 5-star experience, you know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to be able to do. So a lot of celebrities that, you know, I either, you know, enjoyed their music or, you know what I'm saying, kind of have high regard or high respect for them, I always wanted them to be able to come and dine in my restaurant, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have that 5-star experience. But Nipsey Hussle is definitely one of them. Denzel Washington, I would absolutely love to cook for him.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Will Smith, Jay-Z. Athletes-wise, it's weird. It's a lot of MMA fighters that I really want to reach out to because, you know, I'm in Vegas a lot, you know what I'm saying? I want to cook for Conor, you know what I'm saying? Francis, you know what I'm saying? Israel. And it's a lot of rappers too, but my main thing is, like, I like cooking for people who appreciate good quality food. So I don't care who you are, what you do, what color your skin is, you know what I'm saying, how much money you have. If you respect, you know what I'm saying, people who cook, you know what I'm saying, if you respect high quality, fine dining food, you know what I'm saying, and people who really putting in the love and aspect in their food, that's really somebody that I want to cook for, you know what I'm saying, somebody that has high regard for that and really appreciates, you know, what I'm really trying to do. So there's an endless list, honestly, bro, of people that I would really love to be able to cook for. It's just getting to them.
So what's a place that you would want to go, that you would want to travel to, that you haven't been to yet, where you want to go?
Definitely a lot of overseas places like Europe.
Yeah.
Not necessarily just, you know, for a booking, that would be wonderful, but, you know, they've got tons of chefs over there, amazing restaurants, amazing cuisines, and produce and ingredients that I would love to be able to just, you know, explore and source. But here in the States, I really want to go to Salt Lake City. I still haven't had a booking. Yeah, Utah. Yeah, okay. Utah, 100%. I still haven't had a booking in Chicago, so I definitely want to get a booking out in Chicago. Boston, 100%. Where else? Yeah, and I really want to do a cabin trip, like something like Aspen or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something in Colorado, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people going skiing, snowboarding, something out there, like a big winter cabin type setup and vibe.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, if there's a major city in the U.S. that I haven't been to, Minneapolis, you know what I'm saying? Anything that pops in my mind, I'm just like, I just want to go there. That's the nice thing about, you know, my job is I don't have to go out there and be out there for 3-4 days. I can just kind of go. I'm right usually in the city center, so I get a kind of good idea of what it looks like, and you know, I'm kind of out a couple days later. If I like it, I come back. If I don't, you know, I can say I've been there.
I was gonna ask, how long do you usually spend in each location? Like, do you just go there to cook and then you out, or is it like a cook? All right, let me travel around a little bit, see what's going on in the city.
If it's my first time going, I try to leave either a day before or a day after, you know what I'm saying, to explore and get the vibe on. Yeah, 100%, yes sir. But mostly what dictates that is how quickly I gotta leave for another booking. Because you know, cross country travel is kind of hard coming back. It's I really can't take another booking going that way. I can take another booking, and it really just depends on the pricing. You know what I'm saying, for certain places. Because if it's like a last minute booking, you know what I'm saying, I'm out there, like I might not stay. But if I have a chance to plan it out in advance, like example being, I had a booking in Vegas last year in like September. And they booked like months in advance, and I was like, shoot, let me just go somewhere from Vegas. So I went out to Seattle for a day and some change. I wish I had stayed out there a little longer, but I really just base it on, you know, what the booking dictates. If it's a brunch, I gotta fly in usually the day before, because you know, gotta get up early in the morning. If it's a dinner, if it's a big one, definitely the day before. But if it's a small private dinner stuff, I come in the day of. I might leave the next day.
So, hey man, y'all viewers listening, man, y'all go blow up my boy Chef
Please
AP.
do, yes indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Tell them your handle and your IG and everything.
All right, so my Instagram is chef.ap. My website is located in my bio, but it's chefaep.com. And that's all the information, everything you need for booking, and all my content and all that great information is all gonna be located on my Instagram and my website as well.
Yes sir. Hey, y'all give my boy Denzel the shout out.
Yeah, please do.
Man.
Will Smith, something, tag some type of influence celebrity, man, something, man.
Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate
you,
you having me here, man.
Thank you, bro.
Great interview, man. Y'all go blow up his IG and everything like that. Make sure y'all follow him, get at him, and we're gonna keep it moving.